D'Amato.
And I'm The Walking Dead.
And happy Halloween, everyone. It is Zombie Month here on Mindbreakers. We've watched some...
Rotting corpses.
We have watched some terrible zombie films on Mindbreakers. House of the Dead 2, The Video Dead, and fucking Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, to name a few.
Yeah, one of which was my fault.
Yes.
Actually, I think everything at this point is my fault. Just blame me for everything.
Oh, no, for the first 100 episodes...
Well, you know, you wouldn't be the first.
For the first 100 episodes or so, it was chance.
Yeah.
Can't blame anyone for chance.
I can name a few people for chance. That I can literally point the finger at. Namely, the people who shut down the wheel.
I shut down the wheel.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna blame you then for that.
Oh, sorry.
And also, you chose the wheel, so double blame for you.
Oh, a lot of the movies on the wheel are your fault.
I'm not gonna lie about that. Yes, that is indeed me. Guilty as charged.
So today we're gonna be looking at 4 good zombie movies, not all in one shot, but this month.
Mm-hmm.
And today we're gonna look at the one that started it all, George A. Romero's 1968 classic, Night of the Living Dead.
Nice. I'm ready for this one. I think I'm in the mood for kind of just a black and white, like
there is
slow moving zombies.
There is panic throughout the nation, and panic at the disco, as the dead suddenly come back to life. The film follows a group of characters who barricade themselves in an old farmhouse in an attempt to remain safe from these bloodthirsty, flesh-eating monsters.
Panic at the Disco's a good stand.
So, indeed. So we're going to watch the movie,
mm-hmm.
and there's an interesting thing about George A. Romero films, which I will get into when we actually do our talking about each one.
Uh-huh.
The zombies are never there to be zombies. They're there metaphorically for something else each time.
Yeah.
And I will explain what it is when we get to it.
Well, there's subtext in every single zombie movie. Every zombie movie has a different reason for zombies being there.
Video Dead.
Yeah, Video Dead
what's
has
what's the subtext there?
In Video Dead?
What's the subtext in Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things? What's the subtext in the first film we ever broke?
The subtext was don't do satanic cults for children play with dead things. What else?
That's more a moral than subtext.
Yeah. Biohazard, basically, for a couple of them. Also, don't fuck around with, just bio components.
Don't make sequels to Uwe Boll movies.
That too. Also, don't be Uwe Boll. Don't try to follow him in any way, shape, or form. Because he's just going to go straight to the grave.
And then he's going to punch you.
Once he gets out of his grave, no, the only thing he's punching is the fucking dirt on the way back up.
And anyway, we're gonna punch the clock and, well, watch this classic zombie film.
Yep.
See you in a bit, guys.
Keep punching the dirt if you ever feel like just being done with everything. Go down.
The fear in your eyes calls your bluff.
Feel free to drown in the dirt when you've had enough.
Let's watch this shit.
Welcome to a night of total terror. Night of the living dead, the dead who live on living flesh, the dead whose haunted souls hunt the living whose bodies are the only food for these ungodly creatures. Night of the living dead. A bizarre adventure in fear. An experience in shock, more shattering than your strangest nightmare. Night of the living dead. A night with the dead who cannot die. A night of total terror. Night of the living dead.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Yeah, but don't forget to shoot them in the head, though.
Well, we can't really...
Make sure you shoot them in the head, Mary.
I mean, this is the first zombie film. Well, okay, we've had zombie films before, but they were voodoo zombies.
This is the first amazingly popular.
This is the first of what we now know to
radioactive,
be that can't be good.
Yeah, radioactive, that can't be good zombies. And yeah, this is oh god, it still is a classic, and it still does hold up. But god, that ending never gets easier to watch. Like, it's just as amazing to me as the first time I saw it.
It's just as shocking. But we'll get to the ending at the end. Okay. Obviously.
Yeah. So John and Barbara are driving down the road to the cemetery to put a crucifix on...
a wreath.
Yeah, a wreath.
A wreath shaped like a cross on their dad's grave.
Yeah. And
Johnny is bitching. Because he is a bitch.
He's doing a lot of things, none of which he should be doing. Like, he's complaining a lot. He's teasing his sister about, like, they're coming to get you.
Barbara.
It's like, seriously, you can't keep it on the DL in the cemetery. You can't be a little bit serious during this, like, moment of memorial.
He does raise a good point, though. It's like, Johnny, it's 5 minutes. Yeah, it's 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to get here and back.
Yeah.
Which is a fair point.
Yeah, but, like, spend 10 minutes to kind of just, like, be in memoriam of your dead father. Because your sister's got the right idea. She's, like, you know, she's kind of just, like, sitting down to pray, you know, the release of the soul and whatnot.
And then the guy starts wandering up. And,
This is about, like, 3 seconds after he starts teasing her.
It's like, they're coming to get... You remember, like, hey, remember when we were in the cemetery, like, years ago when we were both kids, I jumped out at you from behind a tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, we're afraid of cemeteries. You're scared they're going to come to get you. They're coming to get you, Barbara. There's one now. And the fuck of it.
Yeah.
Is it's a real zombie this time.
Who would have thunk it, you know?
And then...
But, like, the best part of that is, look, there's one now.
And Gio's like, that can't be... It's like, what was? A real...
It's like, that's a fucking zombie. I'm like, no joking. That's a zombie. you can't, like, cause the one day, you know, you start crying wolf, and there it fucking is.
The zombies.
Yup. It's like...
My god.
Yeah. It's evil. It's evil from Fright Night. It's like, there's a vampire! I fucking got you! Oh shit, that is an actual vampire!
Oh shit, I'm a vampire!
Yeah! Oh man. But like, he's saying they're coming to get you, and what do you know they are?
So, the guy goes for his... charges Barbara... And Johnny proves he may act like an asshole, but he's not an asshole when it counts.
He actually goes to try and help
that fucker's attacking my sister. I'm gonna beat his ass. But that doesn't go well.
He ends up getting his neck tossed onto a gravestone and dies.
But instead of eating him, like a zombie should,
just turns his gaze immediately to her.
Chases her to a car. She gets in the car. He pounds on the door of the car, breaks a window. She tries to drive away and immediately crashes into a tree.
It's the Rottweiler.
Yeah.
He's just got her marked. It's like, I may kill people along the way. I'm not going to eat them, though. I'm going to come after you. So, it's like, I think it was because it wasn't giving him a fight. So, like, once he dies, he's just like, oh, that's over with. Who's in my peripheral vision now, you know?
Well, you'd think it would eat first.
Yeah.
It's like, food. Nom nom nom.
Yeah, they do have an insatiable hunger, and he probably just sits there in the cemetery rotting. But never mind that. She finds a house to bash her head against,
and falling over repeatedly trying to get there.
Yep.
And she gets in, stumbles across a corpse upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
A corpse that interestingly never comes to life.
Just rotting corpse face.
Like the face is off. It's a skull. There's a goddamn skeleton upstairs.
It's the skull from the poster of Evil Dead.
Yeah. It's just up there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ben shows up. Ben is the black protagonist of the movie.
Yeah.
And he starts boarding the place because it suddenly becomes night, and she goes out into the horde of zombies, and then he comes in and is like, hey, get back in the house.
He doesn't say get back in the house as much as he just grabs her and pushes her through the door.
Which is probably for the best.
Yeah. But also, can't say, hey, I'm friendly, get inside the house.
I don't think she would have believed him.
Right.
He is a black man in the 60s.
Yeah, you gotta be afraid of them black men. Fucking Steve Blackman's gonna come out of nowhere and start doing DDTs to these zombies to protect Barbara. But he's not gonna say he's protecting Barbara. He's just gonna try to defend Barbara because this is what's going on in his head. He can't vocalize anything because he's Steve Blackman. He's too buff to.
There's no time.
Anything. Yeah, he lets his muscles do the work.
Yep.
He pushes her through the door though, and man, just starts asking her 20 questions.
And she's in shock.
Yeah.
She basically stops doing anything for almost the duration of the movie.
Yeah, because she's catatonic.
Yeah.
She's in shock. She just saw her brother die. There's strange men coming out of nowhere and trying to attack her. It's complete chaos.
He'd get up. We all get up. Be anarchy.
Chaos. It'll be anarchy.
He starts barricading.
Yeah.
And he tells a story about the truck he was riding in a truck he was following getting swarmed by zombies and exploding.
At a diner.
Yeah.
And they ate all the cherry pie.
And she tells
in the back of his hostess truck.
And she talks about Johnny and it's like, we have to go get him. And she makes a big panic about that.
Mm-hmm.
And he killed.
Granted, it is a panicking situation.
Ben kills a lot of zombies with a tire iron.
Oh, a ton. He gets 2 of them right away.
He sets a chair on fire.
Yeah, it throws a fucking couch out the door. Sets it on fire. Which I'm like, if
you're
nothing
gonna burn
else,
your house
that's gonna burn the house down. He ends up they end up finding a music box.
Yeah, which is weird.
Creepy. It's like Chekhov's gun. It goes nowhere. It's just kind of there.
Nuclear vessels.
Yeah, they end up. She ends up getting knocked out. She lays down on the couch for a while he kills zombies. He finds a rifle.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Find people living in the basement.
Yeah, and they finally come up. Which, they might as well have just spawned T-posed in the basement.
Yeah. There's...
for all intents and purposes, that's what they did.
There's a Tommy, a Mr. Cooper, a girl called Judy, a Mrs. Cooper, and a Dale Cooper.
Dale Cooper. Tom.
No, I mean the girl.
Oh.
The little girl who is quote-unquote sick.
Yeah.
We'll get to her later.
Yeah. Did you mention Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom. He's the local red shirt.
Yeah. In the colorized version, at least.
Well, he's got a red shirt.
Yeah.
In movie terms, he's a red shirt.
Yes.
And also, he has a red shirt. But, he takes a while to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just spoilers alert.
Well, I mean, it's a zombie movie. I think you can kind of expect everyone to die.
Yeah. They get the TV going.
No, the radio first, and then the TV.
Yeah. Well, no,
Ben and
Ben
Mr.
Ben
Cooper
got the TV. No, Ben got the radio working, And then they end up finding the TV and they put that on.
Ben and Mr. Cooper argue about whether to stay upstairs or in the basement.
Yeah.
I think Ben's idea is good of let's stay up here for now.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we get besieged, go to the basement.
Mm-hmm. But like, they have no idea.
They have no plan.
They have no semblance of order or a plan. Even though Ben's the one with the gun, and he's telling them the proper, like, logical solution to this is let's go to the basement when we need to and barricade ourselves down there because there's literally only 2 entrances. Even though he's only talking about
let's usually listen to the guy with the gun.
Yeah. But no, they have no sense of, like, leadership at all. It's basically anarchy in this tiny confined space.
They try to explain the zombies on the radio.
Yeah.
Apparently it's space radiation.
When is it not space radiation?
But this
is not the fault of the Fantastic Four. But this is the
only time... Yes, the Fantastic Four made... Okay, that's interesting you say that, because in Marvel Zombies, Reed Richards is directly responsible for the zombie plague.
Yeah, I know that.
Because Reed Richards is the worst.
I know. But, what else? Let's see, what else we got here? We've got Suits, basically explaining the radiation, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Meanwhile, shit in the background is just chill.
Yeah, Washington is fine.
There's people just walking around pedestrian, like, all casual.
There's people driving at normal speed. It's just a normal day.
Even maybe slower than normal speed, even though the cars back then were very slow.
Yeah.
They're just cruising around.
They're just chilling.
Meanwhile, there's like this mob scene on these 3 guys in suits. One's got a general's outfit, like he's probably
he looks a bit like
he's a general of like.
He looks
the US
like
Army,
Stalin.
probably. Yeah, but he's probably.
He's got a big old mustache.
Yeah, he's supposed to be probably like a Secretary of Defense or something. And then there's a scientist one, and then there's just a dude in a blue suit. It's Trump. Might as well be Trump.
How do we know the suit's blue?
I don't know. No, I know it's blue because we saw it when we were flipping through the color version. Yeah, we flipped through the color version just for a second. To see the red shirt and also the pink gooey bits in one of the scenes to come.
The film goes slowly until they're like, okay, we're going to make some Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
We're going to get to one of the cars. We're going to leave.
Yeah. It's basically right after they throw the Molotov here.
They throw some Molotovs out the window because the zombies are afraid of fire.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently.
Yeah. Zombies feel a vast array of undead emotions, such as fear and cowardice.
And anger.
They are also in pure hatred of all wooden beams.
Yes. Yeah, like when the first zombie is coming up on the house, he just randomly just knocks over a post sticking out of the ground, like, fuck this stick!
This one in particular. And fuck all sticks that look like it. But, Fire hits the car, and they get into it.
And then it blows up.
With Tom and the other one.
Judy.
Yeah, Tom and Judy in it. And they just turn them into crispy critters.
And then the zombies pull pieces of them out and start nomming down.
Yeah, because it was basically a portable microwave in which a plate of pork chops were in.
The human bits they're eating look very realistic. And it's well done.
Yeah. They look like very ribbony and pinkish.
But that's only in the colorized.
Yeah. But like black and white, they look, like they're eating people's.
Yep.
Which, yeah, that's what they're doing. But they've got like Bernie bits in some of them. They look like they might as well be eating like bacon and pork chops.
Yes.
It's nicely done.
Yep. Especially
the hands and the arms and stuff. They've even got like bone, literal pieces of bone right there. The zombies' eyes in the colored version, they're like all blue and like silvery. They look really nice.
I would have just not colorized the zombie eyes.
You wouldn't have wanted to?
No, I would have left the eyes black and white.
But
just for a hint of not human to them.
Yeah, but you can do that in several other ways also. You can make them bloodshot red.
Yeah.
You can make them black.
Yeah.
I've seen black-eyed zombies.
Yellow.
Yellow eyes.
No eyes.
No eyes at all. What is it? Green eyes even. Like actual radiation. Pure, like, right on.
Like Spawn eyes.
Yeah. Wanda.
Wanda!
But, like, there's so many other things that they could have done, but blue eyes is fine.
White dragon.
Blue eyes, white dragon.
So there are...
Blue eyes, black and white
There's
dragon.
only 5 of them left now, including the kid.
Yeah. Ben punches the shit. Like, just knocks the crap out of Harry.
Harry Cooper.
He's just punching him out. Just giving him one after the other. And he's like, I should throw you out there with them.
I should feed you to those things.
Yeah. Because he deserves it for, like, throwing them as bad as he did. He's awful.
So, they go to the... So the zombies start breaking in. Mm-hmm. Ben shoots Harry in the chest with a rifle.
Yep.
He goes to the basement.
Barbara's batshit insane by this point.
Yeah, she sees Zombie Johnny.
Yeah,
and gets dragged out by the zombies, and she's done.
Yeah, she's shell shocked from this.
So
she's done. She's finished.
Yeah, so Harry goes to the basement, falls unconscious. Then Mrs. Cooper goes to the basement, sees their daughter Karen. Yeah, Karen, chowing down on Harry.
Yeah, because he went down there when he got shot. And he was just, like, dragging himself towards his daughter because he wanted to see her one more time.
Yeah.
And then he dies right there. So, when she wakes up from her zombie bite,
when
she goes right after him to eat it.
It's like, oh, good. Food.
Yeah. And then her mom walks in, basically, and sees her chowing down on her dad. And then she's like, poor baby, poor baby.
No, Karen, no, it's your mother. And then Karen takes a trowel off the wall and stabs the fuck out of her.
Pause.
So yeah, she stabs, Karen stabs her mother to death with a trowel.
Several times.
And
it's quite disturbing.
And gets out of the basement, and the place is the cabin's infested with zombies. They start picking up rocks and shit and breaking in. Mm-hmm. Arms, like the iconic shot, of like zombies like punch with their arms through the windows kind of thing.
Yeah, before they did it earlier with Tom, and Tom just literally took a hammer to their hands and like busted their fingers off. But now it's just Ben.
Yeah.
And he goes to the basement.
He holds himself up in the basement, bars the door, kills the other two.
Yeah.
And then we have like a few hours later, we see some essentially a group of guys with guns just bopping through the field.
Yeah, there was a dude on the TV with a pork pie hat and a shotgun.
Yeah. And
he was like talking about burn them, what to do basically with the dead bodies, which was basically soak them in gasoline and fucking, roast them. Yep. And that's proper, that's fine. Anyways, he comes along with like this huge ass warband of police and civilians with rifles, and they're coming in, guns blazing, This is like in the morning, basically.
Yeah.
They're coming in. He's talking to all of them about how he wants to go through the forest and check this one house, and that's the house that Ben and everybody was in.
So they pop off a few of the zombies that were crawling out of it. They kill them. They're dead. Mm-hmm. And then we get one of a dark but slightly amusing in how sudden it is ending, because Ben comes out, looks out the window.
He unbars the top door.
Yeah.
He hears like there's no more zombies outside, but he hears gunshots and talking.
So instead of so he goes out with his rifle.
Yeah.
Because his thinking isn't gunshots and talking. People. His thinking seems to be gunshots and talking. My God, they've evolved.
Yeah. Cocks his gun. I'm ready to take out these rifle wielding zombos. He comes out with his fucking lever action drawn up to his eyeball, and he's ready to pop.
And he gets
somebody,
popped in
and he just gets just clocked right in the face, and he's done. He's out. Like Pork Pie just like points up at the ridge, and he's like, yeah, you see that one up there, that black one? Go take a shot at his face. Boom, pops him in his eyeball. Done.
And then we just get...
Because he doesn't come out with a white flag.
And then we get pictures of
them...
No
pun intended.
Then you get pictures of them dragging the guy out with meat hooks. And then the movie's over. And
no, instead they pull him out in a body bag.
And apparently this movie was popular enough to start a goddamn genre. Mm. So what did you think of Night of the Living Dead, 1968?
From both times that I've watched this, I can honestly say I still get a bit of a kick out of the ending of this. But also, it's still a classic. It's still a really good movie, even though it's made by an association that sounds like it would be
Hardman.
Yeah, set in a strip club somewhere, like the name of a strip club somewhere. Hardman Associations. Yeah. Either that or a porn industry.
Or a gay bar.
Yeah. But George A. Romero did a really good job on this one. I still enjoy watching this. It's a great black and white film. It's great in color also.
The man made a genre.
Yeah, I will still always prefer the black and white version. Bar none. I am a classic old man.
There are...
Hear me
grumble.
Get
off our lawn.
Yeah. Hear me bitch at you to get off my lawn.
There are two possible ways that people look at this movie with the analysis of it.
Mm-hmm.
One is obviously the it's about race relations thing with the just how not the black guy and the white guy get along.
Yeah.
And the group of white cops just clocking a black guy in the head with a gun.
But they have reason to not get along?
I know.
The white guy's plan is stupid?
Yeah, his plan is dumb. I think that is just because of who they cast as the hero.
And also the plot. The plot has to do a lot with, but these two races can't get along during, intense situations, and they can't get along on a normal day because was the time period.
And the thing is, it's not written in the plot.
Yeah, but it's subtext, and that's why
it's subtext. But at no point does the fact that Ben is black is never brought up by what's his name.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't seem to care. He's not necessarily racist.
Because they have other problems aside from that that are more important to deal with, like the plans being shite.
Yes, I like the reading of it where it's symbolic of the Vietnam, because the Vietnam War was going on at the time.
Yeah,
and it's the zombies represent the American forces.
Yeah.
And the people in the house represent not the Viet Cong, but the Vietnamese people.
It's a war on home soil, and it's intense. It's a very heavy subject matter.
I don't actually think. I think a lot of the subtext and deeper meaning in this one is retroactive.
Yeah. Because
this is before George A. Romero was a household name. This was just, hey, I'm gonna make a fun movie with maybe like we have corpses coming back from the dead from radiation. That sounds fun. Let's make that movie. We just read it because,
but it also needs to have relevance.
It doesn't,
and that's where the subtext comes in.
No, I think the subtext mainly was read in after because
both
Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead they have like written in they. You can tell these ones are about something.
Because the first one did it.
The first one didn't necessarily, but the second two did, so we tried to read meaning into the first one.
Yeah. But also, they should just have one on their own.
Yeah.
And it should be more personal towards whoever's making them. Like, if I were to make a zombie movie, I would want it to be based around, like how popular culture and novelty has to do with it,
Make it about cell phones.
Kind of. But, cell phones are a form of novelty, to me at least. And, each director is going to have their own version of that, and they're going to read their own meaning, write their own meanings into them.
Our dehumanization of ourselves through technology.
Mm-hmm. And Zombieland kind of had that also, on its own. And I appreciate it.
Do you have any regrets?
I don't know. Just
Garfield, maybe.
Yeah, Garfield, maybe.
Anyway, this is
I would like a Twinkie.
Yeah, so would I.
I would love me a Twinkie right now.
Anyway, this has been a fairly enjoyable film.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Things happened in it.
Definitely. See y'all next week.
Yeah.
For Dawn of the Dead.
Wait, what do you rate it? Rate it.
Oh, this one? I rate it 5 meat hooks. No, 7 meat hooks out of 10.
7 meat hooks in a Ben?
Yeah.
Okay, out of Ben?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rate it a flaming couch out of Ben.
Okay, see you all next time, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.